Hey guys, it's time, and we're back with this medical table that we are turning into a lift table. When we last left off, I had a piece of plywood on top of this, and it picked it up all right. I had my son get on there, and it had a little bit of trouble. We'll see what it does. I think today we're gonna get started. I'll show you what I got down here. Looks like I got a piece of 5/8" bar going through, and I'll show you what I got a box of these things at an auction. They're really heavy duty, and they fit that bar good, and they'll work as some pretty good wheels, and add some weight to the bottom of it. So I think I may put them on there, and if I can find another bar, I'd like to put one on both sides and just let both sides roll, and then that way I can move the table pretty easy. And we'll get started getting those centered and get them tacked on. We'll see how it does. I'll get it set up and we'll be back. Alright, we're down here getting a close look at it. I got just barely a little piece of the pipe sticking out on this side. And you can see I got just a little bitty crack in there, about the same distance over here, and a little sticking out. And I've got that just sitting on the edge of the bar there, and I'm gonna give it a nice little tack on both sides, and we'll see how it holds. It looks like it's pretty centered. I'll get you in the spot set up here, and we'll get that welded. Get a hole for now. We'll see what we can find for the other side. Alright, got those wheels spot welded on. Let's see how it does. It's a little jerky. We'll see what it does when we find some wheels for the other side. That ought to make it a little more stable, because It'll be wider down there at the bottom. And I like it. You can make a ramp out of it. Launch the board. Okay, let's find some more wheels. Well, I don't have another rod long enough, so I'm gonna try my hand at welding 2 pieces of rod together, and then I'll cut it off at the length I need, and we'll see how that works. Good luck. See if we can get it straight enough anyway. Well, I'm laying it in another little piece of angle iron that's straight, and hopefully I can weld that straight. We'll see. Let me grind that off of there and see if it's holding. Too much off. Right. I like to do things twice, so I guess I'll grind them down again and make a spot for my weld to go into, and hopefully it'll hold this time. think I'll test it. And I think I'll leave some of the weld on there this time. Goggles, Bueller. Probably fell back behind there. I know you guys would like to get an up close look at how pretty this weld is. Look at that. What focus. Ouch. Ow, still hot. I know you guys want to get an up close look, but this thing don't want you to, so it ain't too pretty because I'm not a real welder. I'm a computer technician. All right, but it'll hold. All right, gotta get this slid on. Hey, hand me that pen. There's a pen up there in that with all them pencils. Black marker. Thank you. Got it marked. I just need to cut it off. Snip, snip. Work. And get set up for the next one. Okay, should be the right length. All right, we're gonna try to get this one on. Gotta raise this up. Close enough. Well, I think it's on. Okay, now. It's really got to be a smooth floor of this thing. Little bump. Little piece of stuff like that. Let's plug it in and see how it does. Alright, here we go. Wonder if this thing has the power to pick me up. I doubt it. Oh yeah. Oh, I don't like that feeling. Well, it's going right up with me. I'm going back down. Well, we know it can lift 400 pounds, or at least 260 anyway. All right, what next? I gotta do something I'm gonna grease the inside of them little wheels up, and probably put a little washer out there on the end to keep them coming off. And then I'm gonna have to build me a frame. I'm gonna build it out of 2x4s or half 2x4s. And let me get set up. I don't have no 2x4s here, so we're not gonna do that tonight. We might get those washers welded on maybe. All right, I'll get set up. We'll be back. You know, I think since I don't have no 2x4s, I think I'm gonna try to merge this plug into this plug, and let me get it all apart. I think all I have to do is pull this plug out and tap into these wires and wire them up on the same thing. As long as they're getting enough enough power from one side, I think we'll be all right. And then both sides will lift together. Let me get to wiring that, and we'll go from there. We're getting ready to see if this works. I'll get you in here close where you can see I wired all the black, all the green, all the white, all the red, and they're not touching. That white don't look like it's on there very good. Yep, let's just try it. Now when I hit the head button, that used to just bring up the headboard, or the head part of the bed. Now it should work both motors at the same time. Drum roll, hopefully it works. Let's see. Sweet. See if it goes up. Both motors. It stayed pretty level. Back down. Oh shit, what in the world? I'm out of sync. This is not good. See if it goes down together again. Oh, it ain't. One of them ain't working. Must come loose, maybe? Can't tell that it had. Oh, yeah, it did. Black one's come loose right there. Let me fix that. Well, I'll go ahead and put wire nuts on them. We'll try it again. Alright, we'll try it again. I got them all wired up where they can't pull apart. I hope that was our problem. We'll back up here and we'll see if they all work in synchronization. Yeah, both motors are working now. Staying pretty level. Went all the way to the floor. Back up. And that looks pretty level there. Down a little. Back up. Ooh, shifted a little there at the end. Nice. Now let's see how sturdy it feels. Of course you can roll it since it's on big old steel rollers. You know, since this ain't like a hydraulic, this is like a screw type lift. I don't think I'm gonna need a safety. You know, a lot of these lifts have a little arm that come down into notches. I don't think I'll have to do that because, I mean, unless just one of my old welds there that I did breaks, I don't think it can fall. So I think we'll call this bad boy good as far as at this point. I'll go get some 2x4s and we'll build a frame and we'll decide how wide and how long we want this thing. Now, you know, I got a Polaris 700 over here. I don't have any delusions of that thing picking up that Polaris, but I want it to be as wide as the Polaris and as long as the Polaris wheelbase. In case I want to move over here. My lawnmower, possibly it could lift. So if I wanted to get my lawnmower up there to fix some blades, that's what I would want to be able to do. So I know if I build it to the wheelbase of the four-wheeler, that it would at least fit the four-wheeler on there. I know it'll fit this lawnmower on there. So, and the only other thing that I would want to put on it that I probably can't is I got a motorcycle, but it's about 1,000 pounds. And I have no delusions of this thing being able to pick up my motorcycle. I would say the top end on this thing would be 350, 400 pounds, which will be fine because I'm probably not going to be picking up anything heavier than that. But we will test it out and we'll see what it can pick up. All right, I'll get some 2x4s and we'll continue on. All right, get you up to speed today. I've already cut my bottom board that's laying underneath there, and that's the size it's going to be. The other side will be the actual top of the table. And I went ahead and instead of putting a permanent washer on these, I put a little cotter pin in there, and that'll keep these on there. And I went ahead and greased them so they'll be good to go. Got them on this end too. Won't be able to slide off. I got all my 2x4s down here that I'm gonna brace it up with, and what else have I did? Cleaned up some of my welds. That weld don't actually look too bad. But they roll a lot smoother. They can move a little bit, but they won't come off now. Got a little grease on them. I think we're ready to keep going. I'm going to lay some 2x4s down the side and then cross brace them, and I think it's going to look good. We'll come back when we get ready to do our 2x4s. I really didn't want to film all the cutting the plywood and stuff, but I cut it and then I put a routed edge on it so it ain't sharp. And it's about 6 foot long and I think 44 inches wide maybe. I think it's gonna work awesome. All right, I'll bring you back when we get something done. All right, we're back. I went ahead and fastened it, cut my boards. I basically cut some 2x4s on for the ends. They're on a little bit of an angle, so you ain't catching them with your knee or something. I got 2x4s going down the inside, and they're just fastened with a screw here. Where's here at? Right in here. And I think we're ready to flip this thing over and push some screws in the top of it. I got them screws sticking out there just so I can tie a string, and I'll know where all my screws go on top. But I think we're ready to flip it over. We'll come back here in a minute. Well, we found the weight limit of it. We put this Honda water pump and an old toolbox with tools in it and 2 jacks, and that's about all it wants. Let's see if it'll go back up again. There it is. Let's see how sturdy it is. Too bad. Shake it a little bit. Act like you're dragging that around a little bit. See what it. Too bad. It'd be all right to work on stuff. I think we'll call this one good. Any questions? Ask me what I did, or the only thing I'm gonna probably end up doing is I gotta finish screwing down some screws on top of it, but then I'll probably put an old coat of gray house paint on it or something. But I think we're good. Let's lower right down. All right, son. Take all that stuff back off there. All right, we'll catch you later. Thanks for watching. Yeah, I just wanted to show you guys. We threw a little paint on it. Looks pretty good now. And I think it's all pretty much done. We did try to pull the, you can see the tire tracks there. We pulled the old lawnmower up on it, but the old table says, nope, can't do it. So it's not strong enough to lift a 600 or 700 pound lawnmower. So, but it'll work for all the light duty stuff. It's done. We'll see you later.